Israeli-Palestinian Conflict, a comprehensive analysis of a long-standing struggle for peace and justice. Introduction. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is an intricate, multi-layered, and deeply entrenched conflict that has captivated the world's attention for over a century. This article aims to provide an extensive exploration of the historical background, root causes, and the allegations of human rights violations, while immersing the reader in the complex web of this enduring conflict. To do justice to this multifaceted topic, we will embark on an in-depth journey through the history, complexities, and various aspects that constitute the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Unraveling the historical threads. Understanding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict necessitates delving into its historical backdrop. This conflict's roots can be traced back to the late 19th century, when Jewish immigration to Palestine, which was then part of the Ottoman Empire, began to surge. These Jewish immigrants, driven by both religious and secular motivations, established communities in the region, sparking tensions with the Arab population. The early 20th century saw a surge in violence as these tensions grew more pronounced. However, the situation took a critical turn following World War I, when the British Empire took control of Palestine under a League of Nations mandate. The fulcrum of the conflict turned with the United Nations 1947 partition plan, which proposed the establishment of separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem designated as an international city. Jewish leaders embraced the plan, whereas their Arab counterparts resolutely rejected it, igniting the First Arab-Israeli War in 1948. The complex causes. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is characterized by a myriad of historical, political, and cultural factors contributing to its enduring nature. 1. Land disputes. At its core, the conflict revolves around a heated struggle for territory. Both Israelis and Palestinians assert deep historical connections to the same land, making territorial disputes a primary impediment to peace negotiations. 2. Nationalism and identity. The conflict is exacerbated by deeply ingrained national identities on both sides. The establishment of Israel in 1948 and the ongoing quest for Palestinian statehood further entangle the pursuit of a resolution. 3. Religious tensions. Jerusalem, a city sacred to Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, is a crucial point of contention. Control over religious sites, such as the Western Wall, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and the Al-Aqsa Mosque, has heightened religious tensions. 4. Refugees. The displacement of Palestinian Arabs during the 1948 war, coupled with the migration of Jewish refugees from Arab countries, has sowed long-standing grievances and calls for the right of return. The weight of allegations. One of the most contentious aspects of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is the persistent allegations of human rights violations, with a particular focus on the suffering of Palestinian civilians, including children. These allegations demand an in-depth examination to gain a comprehensive understanding. 1. Military operations. The Israel Defense Forces, IDF, have undertaken several military operations in Gaza and the West Bank, resulting in casualties among Palestinian civilians, including children. The human toll is undeniably tragic, and the impact on the lives of the innocent is immeasurable. 2. Blockades and restrictions. Israel has imposed strict restrictions on the movement of goods and people in Gaza and the West Bank, leading to dire living conditions for the Palestinian population. Access to basic necessities is limited, intensifying the humanitarian crisis. 3. Settlements. The construction of Israeli settlements in the West Bank remains a significant point of contention. Palestinians argue that these settlements infringe upon their land and rights, serving as a major obstacle to peace. 4. Use of force. Reports of the excessive use of force by the IDF during protests and clashes have resulted in injuries and fatalities among Palestinians, including children. These incidents have elicited global condemnation and have underscored the humanitarian dimension of the conflict. It is crucial to emphasize that while there are allegations of Israeli actions that have resulted in civilian casualties, there have also been instances of violence from Palestinian militant groups launching rocket attacks and other acts of terror against Israeli civilians. The conflict is marked by a vicious cycle of violence and retaliation on both sides, with innocent civilians invariably caught in the crossfire. To secure a peaceful resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict have been ongoing for decades, and numerous peace plans, negotiations, and international interventions have been attempted. The Oslo Accords in 1993 and the Camp David Summit in 2000 are among the noteworthy endeavors aimed at a two-state solution. Nevertheless, none have culminated in a lasting peace agreement. Challenges to peace are multifaceted, including issues related to borders, refugees, Jerusalem, security, and the recognition of the right to exist for both Israel and a future Palestinian state. The internal divisions within the Palestinian territories, with Hamas controlling Gaza and the Palestinian Authority governing the West Bank, add layers of complexity to the peace process. Conclusion: the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is a multifaceted struggle, intricately interwoven with deep historical, political, and humanitarian complexities. It is a tragedy that has resulted in suffering on both sides, affecting innocent civilians and children in particular. To address these issues and work toward a fair and just resolution, it is imperative to engage with the intricate layers of the conflict. The Israeli-Palestinian issue is profoundly enmeshed in the historical and cultural identities of both peoples, rendering the pursuit of peace a challenging and delicate process. Ultimately, a just and lasting solution can only be achieved through dialogue, compromise, and the genuine commitment of all parties to peace, reconciliation, and coexistence. By thoroughly examining the multifaceted nature of the conflict, we can hope to find a path toward lasting peace and justice in the region, ensuring a more harmonious future for all involved.